Have you ever truly listened to the sound of your own name? Beyond its history, beyond the person you have become, lies a fundamental vibration, the very first letter. This initial sound, a quiet hum beneath the surface of your life, might hold a profound insight into your core nature. It is not merely a mark on a page. Think of it as an energetic signature, a seed of potential that has been with you from your first breath. Ancient wisdom teaches us that nothing in our path is accidental. Every pattern, every echo serves a purpose in our journey of awareness. Our lives are guided not only by our conscious choices, but by deep, universal currents of energy that flow through all of existence. These currents don't just shape myths or dreams. They appear in the simplest forms around us, including the name that is yours. From this perspective, these symbols are not decorations. They are pathways, connecting the self you know to the vast inner landscape of your being. Your name, and that first sound in particular, acts as a gentle anchor. It is the frequency that calls you back to your center, the quiet resonance others sense when they speak to you. What if that single letter is a key, meant to unlock the chamber where your truest essence resides? This is not a path to limitation, or to placing the boundless human spirit into a narrow box. This is an invitation to discovery, an opportunity to become aware of what is already unfolding within you, quietly guiding your steps from a place of deep stillness. Consider each of these letters not as a label, but as a current of energy, a specific stream your spirit chose to flow through on its journey in this life. A, the pioneer's spirit. If your name starts with A, your spirit embodies the energy of new beginnings. Like a mountain peak that is first to meet the dawn, you carry an impulse to initiate. A deep, powerful quality resides within this sound. It does not ask for the path to be cleared. It simply takes the first step. You who carry this energy often feel a natural pull to move forward, even when you do not consciously seek to lead. This is not about having power over others. It is about the courage to venture into the unknown while others may hesitate. Deep within your spirit is a restlessness for growth, a core awareness that a new cycle must begin, and a quiet willingness to be its catalyst. Whether in starting a project, fostering a new connection, or exploring a different way of being, you are aligned with taking that first crucial step. But every stream of energy has its shadow. The same inner fire that fuels courage can become an uncontrolled blaze of impatience. The drive to pioneer can turn into a need to dominate. The desire to be first can sever your connection to the rhythm of life around you. The balanced spirit does not force a direction. You illuminate a path. You guide not by pushing, but by embodying courage. Your gift is not just action, but inspiration, allowing others to awaken their own strength to begin. Be the harbor of being. If your name begins with B, your soul resonates with presence, compassion, and the creation of sanctuary. Where A moves outward, B draws inward, its shape like a shelter. It does not seek the spotlight. It offers refuge. Your soul often reflects the way of the gentle guardian, not just in action, but in your very presence. You are the ones who help others feel a sense of safety, not with grand gestures, but with your quiet, steady presence. Your strength is found not in being noticed, but in truly seeing. The shadow of this beautiful energy is self-neglect. In offering endless comfort, you might lose the boundary between where others' needs end and your own begin. You might quiet your own truth to keep the peace, remaining in spaces long after they cease to nourish your own spirit. When you find balance, B becomes a sacred harbor, a quiet strength that helps hold communities together, that creates emotional safety and brings tranquility not by fixing problems, but by being fully present with a sincere heart. C, the clear echo. If your name starts with C, your being is a channel for expression, curiosity, and connection through insight. The letter's form is open, a vessel always ready to receive and to share. It curves and flows, refusing rigidity. So does the spirit that resonates with it. You are a natural storyteller, not just with language, but with feelings, ideas, and the energy you project. You hold an inner sense for translating experience into shareable wisdom. Your spirit is an explorer of the mind, always gathering new perspectives and observations. The shadow of this way is distraction through constant motion. The need to speak, to share, to entertain, can become a means to avoid the deep silence from which true wisdom arises. Your path of growth is learning to create pauses, to let your expression rise not just from a busy mind, but from a still and feeling heart. When in balance, the sea energy becomes a living bridge. You help others find clarity within themselves by reflecting their thoughts and naming the quiet truths that lie beneath the surface. D, the mountain's foundation. If your name begins with D, you carry the spirit of the unwavering stabilizer. Your inner world is built for structure, dependability, and a deep sense of order. You are a soul that is naturally grounded, with roots that run deep into the earth. You do not get lost in the clouds, you build on the ground. Whether building a life, a relationship, or a vision, your way is to move with intention, one sure step at a time, respecting the natural unfolding of the journey. The shadow of D is becoming too rigid. In a world that is always flowing, a resistance to change can become a heavy weight. When balanced, D becomes the quiet mountain others rely upon. Not because you are loud, but because you are steadfast. You endure through life's storms, offering stability when others feel lost, and through that endurance, you give others the courage to build something meaningful and lasting in their own lives. E, the boundless voyager. If your name starts with E, your soul vibrates with the questing energy of the lifelong student, the one who gazes at the horizon and feels the pull of what lies beyond. This is an energy of movement, of open-minded inquiry, a spiritual curiosity that seeks more than simple answers. Souls carrying the E vibration often contain vibrant and varied inner worlds. You are drawn to discovering how life unfolds, how people connect, and how the spirit evolves. The shadow of this beautiful path is a scattered mind or a fear of inner quiet. The E spirit must learn that true understanding is not just gathered like stones, it is distilled like water, and that silence is often the most profound teacher. When balanced, E becomes a catalyst for insight, lighting up any space not with force, but with the gift of a fresh perspective. F, the gentle stream. If your name begins with F, your soul flows with emotional balance, a quiet grace, and an intuitive sense of harmony. F souls perceive the world through its subtle currents and frequencies. You are naturally pulled towards creating equilibrium. In your connections, your surroundings, and your inner world, you are the natural peacemakers, diplomats, and artists of the heart. You have a gift for uniting people, for calming troubled waters, and for finding the middle way out of a true desire to maintain connection and peace. The shadow is concealing your own truth for the comfort of others. When conscious and balanced, the F energy is a force of quiet beauty. You are souls who can enter a space and soften its edges, drawing connection through genuine presence, not performance, and through heartfelt empathy, not ego. G, the keeper of depths. If your name begins with G, your soul holds the resonance of introspection, protection, and a quiet inner wisdom. The letters shape coils inward, like a path to the silent chambers of the self. This is not the energy of the stage, but the energy of the sanctuary. G souls often feel a powerful pull towards their inner landscape. You observe more than you speak and feel more than you show. Your spirit understands that truth is rarely found in the world's noise. It is discovered in the stillness within. The shadow is emotional retreat. The lesson is in finding discernment, knowing when silence is for healing and when it is for hiding. When you find integration, G becomes a calm guide, possessing the ability to sit with another's pain without a need to solve it, simply offering the gift of peaceful presence. H, the sacred crossing. If your name starts with H, your soul holds the vibration of connection, balance, and the integration of opposites. H souls have a natural ability to stand between two worlds, the mind and the heart, logic and intuition, the seen and the unseen. You often become the ones people seek for a balanced perspective. You feel the truth in multiple sides of a story, understanding both the language of reason and the quiet whispers of the soul. Your great gift is bringing things together into a harmonious whole. The shadow is being caught in indecision. Growth appears when you learn to trust your inner knowing and commit to a path. When awakened, age souls become sacred bridges, reminding others that ultimate truth is often found not in the extremes, but in their union. I, the centered pillar. If your name begins with I, your spirit carries the essence of pure awareness, sacred authenticity, and deep inner alignment. The letter stands as a single, vertical line, unbending, upright, and centered. It does not lean on others for its form. It simply is. Our souls often feel a profound need to remain true to their own inner compass, even if it means they must walk their path alone for a time. The shadow of this strength is self-imposed isolation. The lesson is to remember that while standing in your own truth is power, true connection does not demand you betray that truth. When balanced, our souls become living beacons of integrity. You guide others back to their own center, not through teaching, but through the quiet power of your aligned example. J, the joyful flame. If your name begins with J, your soul moves with the vibrant fire of deep joy, justice, and powerful, transformative life force. This is not the shallow energy of fleeting happiness, but a profound and abiding joy that is rooted in authentic experience. J souls carry a sense that life is a sacred dance, meant to be lived with immense passion, clear purpose, and a steadfast commitment to what feels right and true in the heart. You are natural champions of fairness, but your battles are fought with compassion rather than with anger. The shadow is taking on the burden of others. Growth comes when J souls learn to trust the journey, understanding that your role is not to carry the world, but to be a bright and authentic flame within it. K, the sword of clarity. If your name starts with K, your soul carries the penetrating clarity of the truth speaker, the catalyst for change, the one who sees through illusion with startling accuracy. K souls often possess an uncanny ability to sense what is genuine and what is not. You are natural agents of change. You enter situations that have become stagnant and create flow. You ask the difficult questions that others are too afraid to voice. The shadow of this energy is a tendency toward unintentional harshness. When integrated, K becomes a sacred mirror, reflecting reality back to others with such precision that they are empowered to see their own truth more clearly. L, the deep listener. If your name starts with L, your soul moves with the gentle strength of the deep listener, the intuitive friend, the one who creates a sacred space for others simply by being fully present. L souls do not just hear with their ears, you listen with your entire being. You are natural empaths, but your gift is not passive. It is an active and engaged form of compassion. The shadow of this gift is forgetting your own needs. The profound lesson is that you cannot pour water from a cup that is empty. When balanced, the L energy becomes relational alchemy. You are souls who help others reconnect with their deepest selves, showing the world what it truly means to be seen, to be heard, and to be met with unconditional presence. M, the patient builder. If your name begins with M, your soul resonates with the profound energy of the maker, the creator, the one who patiently and persistently brings spirit into form. M souls are not just dreamers, you are builders. You have an almost sacred connection to the process of creation itself, understanding that bringing something of value into the world requires both a flash of inspiration and unwavering dedication. The shadow is the tendency to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. When integrated, M becomes the sacred architect, the soul who builds not just for themselves but for the community, who creates not just projects, but legacies of care and stability. N, the inner navigator. If your name begins with N, your soul embodies the fluid grace of the navigator, the one who moves through the unknown with an inner compass that is remarkably true. N souls seem to have an internal guidance system that helps you navigate life's ever-changing currents. You are natural adapters, but your ability to flex comes from a place of great strength, not weakness. The shadow is a tendency to move so swiftly that you lose touch with your heart's grounding. The lesson is learning to flow from a place of centered stillness. When balanced, N energy becomes a living demonstration of deep trust. Trust in the process, trust in the path, trust in the profound wisdom that reveals itself when we release the need for absolute control. O, the circle of wholeness. If your name starts with O, your soul holds the timeless energy of the observer, the one who sees with a clarity that transcends surface appearances. The letter is a perfect, unbroken circle, complete, whole, with no beginning and no end. O souls do not need to be the center of attention, because you understand, on a deep level, that you are already the center of your own universe. The shadow of this wholeness is a cool detachment from the world. The lesson is to remember that true completeness includes both profound solitude and meaningful connection. When integrated, O becomes a living sanctuary, a soul whose presence creates a space for others to find their own center, their own peace, and their own unspoken truth. P, the North Star. If your name begins with P, your soul burns with the focused light of purpose, the unwavering commitment to something greater than personal gain. P souls do not simply drift through life. You move with clear and focused intention. You are natural leaders, but your leadership arises from a deep commitment to service and principle. The shadow of this focused power is inflexibility. The path of growth is learning that true strength is not rigid but resilient, able to bend without breaking. When balanced, the P energy becomes a guiding light for others, the soul who helps people navigate their own journey by providing a steady reference point for what truly matters. Q, the seeker of hidden truth. If your name begins with Q, your soul carries the rare energy of the eternal seeker, the one who senses the deeper mystery concealed within every answer. Q souls are at peace with uncertainty, feeling at home in the liminal spaces between what is known and what is yet to be discovered. You ask the questions others may not think to ask, and you challenge assumptions that are taken for granted. The shadow of this path is becoming lost in endless questioning. The lesson is to learn to trust the inquiry itself rather than demanding immediate answers. When integrated, Q becomes the sacred disruptor, the soul who lovingly shatters false comforts to create an open space for a deeper truth to be born. R, the resonant heart. If your name begins with R, your soul vibrates with the rich frequencies of emotional depth, creative power, and a passionate connection to life itself. Our souls don't just feel, you experience life deeply, completely, and without holding back. You are natural artists, but your canvas is life itself, painting with feelings, experiences, and connections. The shadow is becoming overwhelmed by the currents of emotion. The lesson is learning to be both the river and the riverbank, to feel fully while remaining grounded. When balanced, our energy becomes a living poem, the soul that reminds everyone around them what it truly means to be vibrantly alive, fully present, and deeply human. S, the serpentine healer. If your name starts with S, your soul carries the fluid wisdom of the shape shifter, the one who moves through life's many changes with a serpentine, flowing grace. S souls have an intuitive understanding that life is not rigid but fluid, not solid, but in constant, flowing motion. You are natural healers, but your healing gift comes from helping others remember how to flow around their obstacles rather than crashing against them. The shadow is a loss of your own center in the constant movement. The lesson is to learn to flow from a place of deep inner knowing. When integrated, S becomes a sacred medicine, the soul who teaches others how to adapt without breaking, how to heal by letting go. T, the pillar of truth. If your name begins with T, your soul stands as a pillar of integrity, strength, and an unwavering commitment to what is honorable and right. T souls carry a strong inner compass that guides you through life's most challenging moments and decisions. You are natural guardians who protect others through your steadfast presence and who lead others through your unwavering example. The shadow of this strength is rigidity. The lesson is discovering that truth is not a weapon to be wielded, but a bridge to be built. When balanced, T energy becomes the unwavering standard, the soul who reminds others what it means to live with deep honor and to choose courage over comfort. U, the sacred chalice. If your name starts with U, Your soul embodies the profound grace of the open vessel, the one who receives life and holds a sacred, safe space for others to be. You souls have a gift for creating a space of such safety that others can finally let go of their masks and be fully themselves. You are natural healers who offer healing through simple presence, through deep acceptance, and through witnessing another's journey without judgment. The shadow is self-depletion. The essential lesson is learning that healthy boundaries are the very container that makes unconditional love and service possible. When integrated, you becomes a sacred vessel, the soul that can transform even an ordinary moment into a holy communion of spirits. V, the arrow of insight. If your name begins with V, your soul carries the sharp focus of the visionary, the one who can see with piercing clarity through confusion to the essence of a matter. V souls don't just look, you truly see. You possess a laser, like perception that cuts through noise and illuminates the path forward. You are natural strategists, but your strategy is born from alignment with truth, not from manipulation. The shadow of this focus is a narrowness of vision. The lesson is learning to hold both the destination and the beauty of the journey at the same time. When integrated, V becomes the sacred arrow, the soul that shows others how to aim for what truly matters, and how to cut through their own confusion to find clarity. W, the master weaver. If your name starts with W, your soul carries the intricate beauty of the weaver, the one who brings together seemingly unrelated threads to create something magnificent and whole. W souls are deeply comfortable with complexity and paradox, able to hold multiple truths at once. You are natural integrators who understand that a meaningful life is meant to be richly layered, not simple, but beautifully complex. The shadow of this gift is becoming tangled and overwhelmed. The lesson is learning to weave with intention, choosing your threads with care. When integrated, W becomes a sacred tapestry, the soul who shows others how to honor all parts of their story and weave them into a life of purpose and beauty. X, the sacred crossroads. If your name begins with X, your soul embodies the potent, rare energy of the keeper of the threshold, the one who stands at the crossroads where different worlds meet. X souls often exist at the nexus point of experience, the intersection of old and new, seen and unseen. You are natural catalysts, and the change you bring is a transformative fire that purifies and renews. The shadow is a feeling of being ungrounded. The lesson is learning to be both the bridge between worlds and a firm standing place in this one. When integrated, X becomes a sacred portal, the soul that guides others through the powerful transition from who they once were to who they are called to become. Y, the sacred inquirer. If your name starts with Y, your soul carries the eternal why of the seeker, the one who looks upon life with a deep and abiding curiosity. Why souls do not simply accept things as they are. You possess a need to understand the deeper currents of meaning that flow beneath the surface. You are natural philosophers, and your philosophy is one born from lived experience. The shadow is becoming lost in endless existential loops. The lesson is learning that the search itself is a sacred destination. When integrated, why becomes the living question, the soul that reminds others that a sense of wonder is more precious than absolute certainty, and that seeking is its own form of finding. Z, the sacred spiral. If your name begins with Z, your soul resonates with the profound energy of completion, the one who deeply understands that every ending is simultaneously a new beginning. Z souls seem to carry an innate wisdom that life does not move in a straight line, but in cycles. You are natural finishers, but the completion you bring is always a transformation, not a finality. The shadow of this high perspective is a feeling of detachment. The lesson is to learn how to be fully present in the moment, even while you see the grander pattern. When integrated, Z becomes the sacred spiral, the soul who helps others understand that life is not a race to a finish line, but a continuous, beautiful dance of endings and beginnings. The first sound of your name is not a cage that holds you. It is a key that fits a lock within. It is not a limitation. It is a liberation. It is the first note in the melody of your being, the opening vibration in the song your soul came here to share. The deepest healing does not come from striving to be someone new, but from courageously and consciously becoming who you have always been at your core. The first letter of your name has been your quiet companion from the very beginning. Now that you can feel its deeper resonance, the true question arises: how will you listen? Perhaps it is time to turn away from the noise of expectation and turn toward the stillness of your own heart. Perhaps it is time to remember that you are not just a person with a given name. You are a spirit with an energetic signature, a quiet frequency the world needs. The first sound of your name is a constant, gentle echo calling you home to yourself. Will you answer the call?